Alrighty, here we go. Go to live dashboard. Load that up. We got a lot of we got a handful of things today. Any moment now it should. Why does it say unavailable? What is it doing? Why is the stream being weird? It says live chat is currently unavailable. What is that nonsense? Why am I unable to view the live chat? Am I gonna have to load this on my phone so I can see live chat? There it goes. Okay, finally. It finally loaded. I don't know what that was. It just said live chat unavailable. Majuska, hello. Is Dolan, hello. And Majuska is saying they're first. And indeed, you are first. We're going to, as the title of the live stream suggests, we're going to be doing some quizzes here. I couldn't find any on Playbuzz, so we're not going to do any of those. I just found some random ones online. Let me at everyone. I'm now doing the tests and see where we end up. We'll see what happens. You know me, I be you live Ponytown and make your ice cream Ponytown. What? This and that. Hello, Riz. Taylor647. Hello, welcome to the stream as well. I don't want to jump straight into it. I kind of want to let people trickle in and stuff like that first. Just to let people come in so we can all do this together. I was watching My Little Pony. You were watching My Little Pony? That's crazy. I guess as people trickle in, I will go ahead and talk about some milestones and stuff like that. We're trying to raise money for my wedding. We reached the $300 mark a couple of streams ago. The last stream we did Night in the Woods because I had already planned to do that, so I didn't want to interrupt that for this, but now we are finally going to do the live autism and ADHD tests online. At 400, at the $400 mark, we're going to do a cooking live stream. Let me know in the chat what you think I should cook for that live stream, because I'm honestly not sure what to cook for that. Maybe we can do some kind of dessert, or maybe a combination of pizza and some dessert or something like that. Could be fun. But throughout the stream, if you do donate, you get a couple of different perks based on how much you donate. If you donate 5 or more, you get your name on a canvas, and you get to change my Discord profile picture for a day. That canvas will actually be part of my actual real-life wedding. It'll be there, and it'll have a thing that's like sponsors of the wedding, and it'll have all your names and stuff on there. At $10 or more, you get to make any post you want on my Blue Sky account, and you get to get a drawing of your pony. So that is a nice little one there. At $15, you get invited to a virtual wedding that we're going to do in Ponytown so that you guys will be able to kind of participate in a way. And at $20 or more, I'll just add you in Ponytown. If you guys have any ideas for donation rewards and things like that as well, please do let me know in the comments or chat as well, because that's also really a big help. Jamie's, hello, welcome to the stream. You're watching South Park, River? That's crazy. OMG, I love SP. I was talking about it. Oh, South Park. Yeah. Okay, cool. Taylor says oat cookies. I should cook oat cookies? Oh, that doesn't sound very good. I teach you how to make pierogi. Oh, that's the thing from Night in the Woods. Yeah, okay, maybe. Cook a big cake. A big cake sounds like a good idea for that as well, I feel like. And yes, hello, Jamie's 101. All right, let's jump into it. This one is from Psychology Today. We're going to start with some ADHD tests. I have 3 of those here. The third one, for some reason, is ADHD test, and then the first question is, do I have autism? And then the question 1 of 10 is whatever this is. This whole site confuses me because it seems like it's testing for both, maybe? I don't know. But then we're going on to Psychology Today for the autism one again, and yourself first, I guess, for another autism one, which starts off by asking your gender for some reason, which I feel like should have nothing to do with being autistic, but what do I know? Then there is Autism Test Center, so we'll be doing that one as well, probably as well. So there's a handful that we're going to be doing today. Let's jump into it. This one is 20 questions, and apparently it'll take 3 minutes. I don't actually think it'll take us 3 minutes to do this one with 20 questions. Oat cookies are crispy and sweet. Don't worry, they don't taste anything like oatmeal. If you say so, using the key below, answer the questions based on how strongly you agree or disagree with the statement. I really don't like these disagree to agree scales on these kinds of tests. I don't like them at all. I frequently make typos, miscalculations, or other careless errors at work. I guess that work would have to be like when I'm writing or when I'm doing videos and stuff like that. So I guess I would have to say that I agree more than I am in kind of in the middle. Because even when I'm just typing casually, I tend to type so fast I end up making errors and such. I said nickname is Jamie's 101 to keep the Jamie. The S is separated. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jamie. Me watching this with ADHD and autism diagnosis. Oh, no. I talk more than others or more than I think I should. See, that's the thing. I guess I have to say neutral on that one because the thing is, like, it kind of depends on what I'm talking about, right? I am a little bit more, like, talkative. I'm going to say neutral on that one. I find it hard to follow along with lectures or long conversations, even ones I'm involved with. I feel like I'm kind of neutral on that one too, because it still kind of depends on the conversation. Speaking of this test, I have autism. That's crazy. We got some autism in the chat. Two autistics in the chat. That's crazy. Autism gang. Yeah, we got the autism gang. I find it hard to follow along with lectures or long conversations, even ones I'm involved with. I'm gonna say agree because it depends on the context, but generally if it's long enough, I'll just start spacing out. Honestly, I often start tasks so late that I miss the deadline. I strongly disagree with this one because I am like when I get a deadline or something like that. Like for example, like the side job that I do have, I have to like be at my desk at a certain time or something like that. I will be there an hour early, just waiting, just physically waiting for the thing to come. So there's no chance I miss it. So I definitely am not usually late for stuff. I find it easy to sit still for long periods of time. I disagree with this too. I can't hardly sit for too long as well. 3 autism in the chat. Oh, was there 3? I didn't see the third person that said 3. I've only been diagnosed by my mother. Damn, RP, I used to have a boyfriend with diagnosed Asperger's, and after she met him, I told her, and she went, him? I'd suspect it from you more. Oh my god. Oh, that's embarrassing, I feel like. You uploaded your song yesterday? That's cool. When someone asks me to complete an important task, I usually do so without being reminded. I'm going to say neutral on that one as well, because it depends how they tell me and what's going on with that and stuff like that, because sometimes things get busy, you know. I find myself avoiding tasks that require a lot of focus. I'm gonna disagree with that a little bit because it depends. Again, that's the thing about these is it depends on the task. For example, writing, it requires a lot of focus, but I don't find it hard to just start the task, so to speak, or like making a video or something like that. It's not necessarily hard for me to start something. I'm always losing my keys, my wallet, or other important items. I want to say that happens to me a lot, actually. Waiting in line is excruciating for me. Depends on the length of line. I'm going to agree with it, though. I'm going to go with agree, not strongly agree. Because I think waiting in lines are terrible. I really am not a big fan of them. When I went to Disney World a year ago, that was the worst part of the trip. But Disney World has these cool lines where they have like cool stuff to look at and interact with and stuff like that during their lines and stuff. So they do it all right. But for the most part, waiting in line is just terrible. Depending on the length of line. If there's like 2 people in front of me, I don't care. That's why I didn't put strongly agree. Anyway, when someone asks me a question, I often start answering before they finish speaking. I'm going to say neutral on that one because it depends on the question as well. And I hate when people do that to me. It happens to me a lot. I often do whatever pops in my head first, even if it's not the best choice. I'm going to disagree with that as well. I frequently abandon tasks halfway through because someone else has distracted me. I'm going to say neutral on that one, I guess, because it depends on the task and stuff like that. And that's happened to me a few times before in the past where I'm doing something and somebody comes in and they talk to me about something and then I go back to do the thing, and then I get a message on Discord or something like that, and I'm like, oh well, I should reply to this first, and then I end up getting distracted, and then after so many things like interruptions or annoying things that happen, I'll just be like, you know what, maybe I should just do something else instead. I'm still not sure how it happened because I have been diagnosed with dyslexia, so surely I went through the usual testing for neurodivergencies. So how did it come up? So how did it come up? I don't know. Who knows? If someone else is talking or making noises while I'm working, it's hard for me to stay focused. It depends on the noise. I'm going to agree with it. I get easily frustrated or upset. I'm going to say that I'm somewhere in either like disagree, neutral, or agree, to be honest with you. Because like, I'm just going to say agree, I guess. Because I tend to get upset at things pretty easily. I'm a little sensitive boy. How did it not come up? Sorry. Oh, how did it? Okay, yeah, I understand now. I get so absorbed in my hobbies that I feel disconnected from the rest of the world. I strongly agree with that one. Especially if, like, I'm like writing or drawing or something like that, and I'm just going at it. That's why I get spooked easily, because I get so absorbed in something I'm doing, and it's not even necessarily a hobby. That if it's something I don't normally do every day, I could just get so connected to it that I end up getting spooked easily. Starting and finishing a task is a daily nightmare for me. I haven't posted a video in a month because I've been interested in something else and my brain can't focus on more than one thing. I make more spelling errors when I'm talking about my dyslexia. What the fuck? It's because you become conscious of it. That's what it is. I usually pay my bills on time. I'm gonna agree with that one as well, because again, I think that's more of an anxiety thing where being late or missing deadlines and things like that, my anxiety will not let me do that. 17 says, I feel uncomfortable if I'm not moving, even just fidgeting my fingers or jiggling my leg. I'm gonna say neutral on that one, because it depends on the situation, how long I'm sitting still or something like that. I often do things that I know are risky or even dangerous. I'm gonna disagree with that one as well, just like probably even strongly disagree with that one, because again, that anxiety kind of stops me from doing those super risky or like super dangerous things, you know? Hello, Kylo Wars. Welcome to the stream. 19 says, I find it easy to sit and do quiet tasks like reading a book or watching a movie. I'll agree with that one too. Yeah, I'll just strongly agree with that, I guess, because I haven't sat down to read a book in a while, to be honest with you. I need to visit a library. I need to go to Barnes and Noble or like a Books A Million or something and get myself some books. But once I do sit down and start reading a book or something, I am stuck in it for at least one chapter, and then if the chapter's super short, I'll be like, oh well, I should read another one, and before you know it, I've read way too much. Me realizing I'm currently fidgeting with my earphones cord, standing still emoji, man emoji, whatever that name of that emoji is. How's your day been going? It's been going fine. I got the laundry done. I got a little bit of some other stuff done. I got tomorrow's video uploaded for channel members. It's going fine. I often butt into conversations I'm not a part of. I'm gonna say neutral on this one, because there are situations where I will do it, or situations where I'm very strongly tempted to do it, and I have done it before in the past. So maybe I should say slightly agree. I'm gonna say neutral on that one though, because I feel like I'm more neutral in it. Because a lot of the times I feel like there's some things I feel like I want to, you know, like literally yesterday was a prime example of this. Like there was a crying child behind me because the parents took the toy that they had for some reason. I don't know why they did that. They just took it from them and went and put it in the car for no reason. I don't know why they did that. And then the child started crying and wanting their toy back, and they wouldn't give it to her for some reason. It was so annoying, and I so badly wanted to butt in that conversation and be like, just give it to her already. I bought a book 3 months ago, read 10 pages, and never touched it again. I bought a new book last weekend. Oh no. Well, maybe the book just wasn't that good, you know? All right, let's score this test. There's 20 questions on psychology today. Let's see what it says for ADHD. Do you have ADHD? Is it at the bottom now? Huh? I'm confused. Huh? Where's it? Where's the results? What the fuck? Huh? It just didn't give me the results when I hit score test. What is that? What the fuck? It's not. What the hell? Okay, I need to go through this and try to remember everything I put in there. I think this was this. I don't even remember. I'm just gonna try to speed run this and try to get through it really quickly to see if we can get back to where we were, because I don't know what the fuck just happened, but it was like, no, you don't get your results, I guess. I think I agreed to that one. I disagreed to that one. I find it easy. I disagreed to that one. I usually do so without being reminded. I think I did that, or it was neutral or something. I don't remember. The test has ADHD. It didn't have this attention span to show the results. Maybe they want your email. They didn't ask for it. It just said score tests. I didn't even ask for it. What the fuck? I think I disagreed to this one, and then losing my key, I agreed to this one. I think I was neutral on this one, or agree on that one. Ask me a question. I have to say, I think I was neutral on that one. I think I disagreed to this one. I don't remember. I literally don't remember. I'm just going to try to speedrun this. Abandoned tasks halfway through because something else distracted me. I was neutral on that one. Something else is taking noise. I think I agreed slightly to that one. I think I was like, agree on that one. I get so absorbed in my hobbies that I feel disconnected from the world. I agreed strongly with that one. I pay my bills on time. I strongly agree with that one because of the anxiety thing. I feel uncomfortable if I'm not, I think I was neutral on that one. I don't remember. I often do things that I disagreed strongly with that one because of the anxiety thing. And then I find it easy to do quiet tasks because I think I agreed to that one. And then I said neutral on that one. And then let's see what it says when I score test. Okay, we're going to try to score this test again. There it goes. It gave it to me that time. 49 out of 100. Some signs of ADHD. So I got a 44 out of 68, or I was in between 44 and 68, which is some signs of ADHD. 69 or higher would have been several signs of ADHD, and 87 or higher would have been many signs of ADHD. That's weird. Why did I have to do the quiz twice? What is that? That's illegal. Little Ben spinning around in a chair. Crazy. Need to read a book? Me. How about you read Birthmark by Danny Balsub? Oh wait, that's you. Goodness gracious. The test has ADHD. Yeah, I read that one. My bills mostly go automatically through my bank, so I don't have to worry about anything. I'll probably end up doing that with the internet bill now that I've switched to one that I'm more comfortable with and is technically cheaper by a couple of bucks. So, Little Ben's got mac and cheese and eggs. Okay, so I have some signs of ADHD, which I guess that's, to be fair. It probably would have been higher or lower if I had just, not speed ran the second attempt at doing it. But that's what that one says. Let's see what Clinical Partner says. We're going to start with the first question and see what happens. By the way, why is Birthmark always streaming for the past few weeks? What do you mean? It's me. It's Birthmark. I'm Birthmark. Mamma mia. I'm not Italian. I find it difficult finishing a task or project. I'm going to say often, I think, on this one, because I have so many. Cheaper and works better? Damn. What's cheaper and did I say that a minute ago? Cheaper and works better. That's crazy. Midnight, hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to say often for this first question because I have so many projects and so many things. I am kind of backed up on projects. Like I have so many from, for as long as I've been alive almost, projects, so many of them that I've never finished. So I'm going to say often on that one. I find it difficult to organize myself or a task. I'm going to say sometimes because it depends on the task, right? I find it difficult to remember appointments. I'm going to say rarely for that one because I usually don't forget them. Again, that's the anxiety. Yeah, you said your Wi-Fi is a couple of bucks cheaper. Oh, yeah. That's what I said. I forgot I mentioned the internet thing. But yeah, it is. It's AT&T was like $102.97 or some random number like that, or like $128 or something, or sorry, $108, something like that basically. And the new one is like $100 basically flat, like a flat rate, $100. So it should be cheaper. We'll see. But that is it's essentially cheaper. Anyway, I'm gonna say rarely for this one because I usually remember them because I have anxiety and I write it down on sticky notes and on the calendar and such. Why is Skella not streaming? Birthmark has been streaming for a few weeks. Skella is missing. You haven't heard the news? Skella is missing. She's missing. I don't know where she is. If a task or project requires a lot of thought, I will often delay it in getting it started. I'm going to say sometimes for this one because, again, it depends on the scope of the project. And usually, I guess they are saying ones that require a lot of thought and work into it. So I think that's kind of true. Because, again, I have a huge backlog of projects and stuff like that I haven't started, probably because how much work is required in all of that. I find it difficult to sit still and often fidget or squirm. I don't remember what I said on this one earlier because I said it in the last test. I think I said sometimes. I think I said sometimes earlier. I'm pretty sure it's like a sometimes kind of thing, you know. I guess Skella is out killing again. Skella went to find a banana and Banana Land, I reckon. Well, we'll find out one day maybe. I would describe myself as being on the go and feel compelled to do things as if driven by a motor. What the fuck does that mean? I describe myself as being on the go and feel compelled to do things as if driven by a motor. I need some water to figure this one out. Me finding out Claire deciphered that Apple Authority found her message because I wanted to send a cat pic. You haven't seen that yet? You haven't seen that in random pictures yet? That's crazy. That's wild. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. Honestly, I was surprised no one else even noticed any of the letters in that because I posted the video and I was like, maybe the letters are a little bit too quick, you know? And then fast forward like a few weeks or whatever, and then she watches the video and she sees it, and I'm like, how the fuck did you see that? No one else saw it. What's going on? Oh, you have random pictures muted. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna say often for this one because I do kind of feel myself as kind of a go of the flow kind of person. Like I like to have things kind of structured in a way, but if an opportunity presents itself to do something else or something I've never done before or something that feels kind of enticing or something, I often just go do that instead or something. I didn't notice them. Yeah, that's fair. All right. Often for question 6. I find it hard to remain focused in group settings. I'm going to say I think that's an often or very often thing, honestly. Because this could be an anxiety thing too, of just like being surrounded by a lot of people and you know, and struggling to get things on track or something like that. I'm going to say very often on that one. Skella is missing when going in forest or maybe finding more bananas or something else. You guys got to watch the videos to find out what happened to Skella. Question 8 is, my mind feels very cluttered and it's hard for me to concentrate on one thing at a time. I'm going to say sometimes, especially when in cases like this when I'm streaming. I make decisions quickly and fail to think through the consequences. I'm going to say sometimes for this one too, because I feel like I do tend to think about it, but again, there's a lot of situations where there's not time to think about it for enough time. And so I'll end up just going for it for the sake of the experience rather than what might happen. I am often irritable with a short fuse. I'm going to say sometimes for this one too. I have mood swings, sometimes feeling quite high, other times low. I'm going to say rarely for that because I don't really have mood swings. I often miss what is being said to me in conversations. Oh, very often. All the time. All the time. It's probably the library thing. She ran from the blue unicorn. I'm guessing either they caught her or she is in hiding. Or Skella is torturing someone again. Nerd emoji. Your results are not consistent with ADHD. So apparently, according to this one, I got a score of 28. But this quiz had 12 questions, whereas the last one had 20 questions. So is my score lower in this one because of the amount of questions, or is it for something else? Who knows? Let's find out with this one right here, which may or may not be an autism test. I genuinely don't know because it says ADHD test right here at the top, but right below it, it says, do I have autism? I don't know. All right, question 1 of 10. This one has 10, so I think it has even less than what this one had. I think this one had 12. So this one has even less questions than the other two. And again, it has that stupid rarely, sometimes, often thing, and I hate that. That's terrible. Do you have difficulty understanding or responding to social cues such as eye contact, facial expressions, or body language? I'm going to say sometimes. Next. Do you struggle with making or maintaining friendships? I'm going to say often, I guess, because I cycle through friends like every few years. I lose in touch with these few people, and then I find these few people, and then I lose in touch with those people, and then I'm talking to these people now. It's a whole weird thing, and it's annoying, and I hate it. Next, do you have a strong need for routines and become upset when routines are disrupted? I'm gonna say often, but it depends, because if I get an advance notice on the change in routine, if that makes sense, like like a doctor's appointment or something like that, that's obviously not part of routine. So if I know about it in advance, then it doesn't really upset me or anything like that, because it's more just like, okay, yeah, I gotta do that now. But if it's something like I get up, I do this, and this, and something comes up, so I can't do this, and this, it throws me for a loop, and I get kind of upset about it sometimes. So I'm gonna say often on that. I'm gonna take a quick shower. I'll be back. Alrighty, enjoy your shower. Do you have intense or highly focused interest in specific topics? I'm gonna say often. Again, this doesn't even make sense. Often doesn't even apply here. This is a yes or no question. What do you mean? What do you mean? Do you have intense or highly focused interest in specific topics? I rarely have intense or highly focused interest in topics. I sometimes have intense or highly focused... Okay, I guess that makes sense. It feels like it's more of a yes or no question, though. Little Ben looks at fourth wall. Bananas. I'm going to say often on this one, too, because obviously I have Thomas Billion Ton Productions. Hello, I'm autistic too. Well, hello, Thomas. Welcome to the stream. We're going to find out what is here. Clarissa said that the only reason I put the message in random pictures too was because you put the video pictures there, River. Oh, yeah, that's true. You did. Anyway, I'm going to say often on this one because I think it's clear that I have intense or highly focused interest in specific topics, such as Ponytown and stuff like that. So, yes, I'm going to say yes to that. Do you engage in repetitive behavior, such as hand flapping? What the fuck does that mean? What is hand flapping? Rocking or repeating words or phrases? I do repeat phrases a lot, but I don't know if I necessarily do the other ones. I don't know about like hand flapping, but other like repetitive behaviors, I think I do those. And I definitely repeat words or phrases all of the time. So I'm going to say often on that one too. Do you have difficulty with verbal communication, such as engaging in conversations or understanding sarcasm or humor? I told y'all we need a channel for this. Shaking my head. You can put it in any channel. It's fine. Well, not any channel, but a lot of the times, if you're just going to be talking about it, you could just say it in general. If you're showing pictures or screenshots or something like that from it, then just put it in random pictures and talk about it there or something. You pronounce Bill in ton, lol. Oh, I'm sorry. You know Greg from Night in the Woods? That's hand flapping. Oh, is it? That's hand flapping? Just waving your arms around like a Muppet. I don't do that, but I do other things. So, I'm gonna say sometimes on this one because it depends what they're saying and how they go about doing it. And it's kind of an in-between thing. I'm gonna say sometimes for this one. No, it's okay. All right, I'm sorry though. Do you have sensory sensitivity, such as being bothered by certain sounds, textures, or light? Again, this isn't in a rarely, often, or sometimes answer. This is a yes or no question. Why are you giving me rarely, sometimes, often for this? I'm gonna say often because it's the only way I can say yes. Because I do, like, I am super sensitive to, like, overhead lights. Like, I keep my lights off all of the time. My house is usually dark. Minus a lamp or, like, monitors or something like that. It's usually dark. And, of course, the light from the windows is more than enough light, honestly, in my opinion. So, or at least usually it is. Technically, his is very over the top. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna say often in this one because I think it's the only way to say yes. And there are some things that I don't like to touch. Like it just bothers me. It gives me like an icky feeling. So I'm gonna say often for this one as well. So say yes. Zach, is it me or do these tests feel like they are framed from the outside looking in and could really benefit from an autistic person adding lots of context? Maybe so, Zach. Maybe so. Do you struggle with understanding or expressing emotions? I'm going to say sometimes for that one, I guess. Well, is that more like rarely? Again, this is like a yes or no question, but I have to say either often, rarely, or sometimes. I used to sleep with the TV on as a kid, but I don't mind the dark anymore. We have like a small light that we have, like we usually leave like a bathroom light on or something like that because we can't sleep in total darkness, but I used to do that too as a kid sometimes. When I struggled to sleep, I would just turn on the TV and turn it like basically mute it. It would be on like volume 2 or 3 or something like that. And then I would try to fall asleep, and that worked a lot. It actually did help when in those times where I couldn't sleep. And it's not that big of a deal either because the TV, it turns itself off after like 3 hours or something like that if you don't change the volume or interact with it or something. So it was nice. But do you struggle with understanding or expressing emotions? I'm just gonna say sometimes. I'm just gonna say sometimes for this one. Do you have difficulty with nonverbal communication, such as using or understanding gestures or facial expressions? I'm gonna say rarely, I guess. I actually don't know. I don't know if I've ever even been in these kind of situations. Do you have a preference for solitary activities or a limited interest in solitary interactions? I guess this is more so asking if I'm social or not social. I'm gonna say sometimes because there's times where I need like the alone time or the solitary time or whatever, and other times where I need social interaction and stuff. So I'm gonna say sometimes for this and submit. And an evaluation may be necessary. What does that mean? Your quiz indicates strong characteristics of autism. Well, why does it say ADHD test if this was autism test? It's recommended you seek the guidance of qualified healthcare professionals and such. Remember, an autism diagnosis is not a definition of who you are, but rather a tool to help you understand yourself better. Okay, so this website, Psych Central, says that I actually may be autistic. Let's see if Psychology Today agrees with that assessment. Also, I hope you get the funds for your wedding. Thank you. We are actually doing different perks and rewards for donations and stuff like that. If you donate $5, your name will actually get put on a canvas that will be part of the wedding. You will also get to change my Discord profile picture for a day. And if you donate $10 or more, I'll draw your character, I'll draw your pony or whatever, and you get to post on my Blue Sky account as if it was me saying it. And if you donate $15 or more, you'll get invited to a virtual wedding that we're going to do in Ponytown. So if you want to kind of join for like a second wedding, basically, you can join for that with a small donation. And we are doing milestones too. This was our big milestone, our $300 milestone for the autism ADHD test and stuff like that. At 400, we're going to do a cooking live stream, and I don't know what to cook. So I'm looking for suggestions on that. Anyway, River said, I started sleeping with a YouTube video playing on my earphones. Then I got a phone without an audio jack, so I can either fall asleep easily or charge my phone. RIP, bro. That sucks. All right, using the key below answers the questions based on how strongly you agree or disagree. We did this one with the autism test, or sorry, ADHD test. So I'm ready to have to do this one twice. Sorry I can't donate, but I shared this live. Hey, that's totally fine. You don't have to. Just sharing the videos, sharing the lives, watching videos and stuff like that is a big help regardless. I do have things in the description as well. I have books and stuff there in the description. If you wanted to check those out or share those or something, that's also another great way to support. But anyway, I am good at spotting patterns that other people miss. I'm going to say that I'm going to actually slightly agree to this one because sometimes when I do like these escape rooms and stuff like that, I've done with my fiance, I try out these like weird paths that don't really make sense to her. but makes sense to me for some reason, and I do it, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't, but I tend to see things weird like that sometimes. I prefer to do things the same way every time. I'm gonna say I'm neutral on this one purely because there are some things that I've never found a better way to do, but if you present me a better way to do something, I will switch to doing that the same way every time. So it's really more of like, is this method easier? If so, I'm going to switch to doing it every single time. If not, then I may do it sometimes. But generally, I'm going to be doing things the same way every time if it's a good way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? I find it challenging to understand the unspoken rules of social interaction. I'm just going to say neutral on this one too. I don't even know. People often tell me I'm being rude when I'm not trying to be. I'm going to agree to this one too. I've had that happen so many times before in the past, especially in YouTube comments and stuff like that. People are like, what are you doing? Why are you being so rude about this? And I'm like, I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying, like, I'm just spitting the facts, bro. I don't know. Number 5 is I have 1 or 2 special interests that can feel all consuming. I'm going to agree with this one as well. Ben, we need fish army where they have bananas. Banana fish. I am very sensitive to physical sensations, such as how my clothes feel on my body. I'm going to agree to this one. I don't necessarily have, like, clothes ones. Like, generally, a lot of clothes usually feel fine to me, but other things do bother me. So I'm going to say agree on this one, but not strongly agree. Eye contact can be uncomfortable for me. I'm gonna slightly agree for that one, too. Because why are you staring at me, bro? Why are you looking at me like that, bro? I'm good at small talk or routine chit-chat. I'm gonna disagree for that one. People tell me I'm too literal. I don't think anyone's ever said that to me before. I'm gonna disagree with that. In conversations, I'm often unsure of when it's my turn to talk. I'm gonna say I'm one of these two. I'm either neutral or slightly in agreements. So I think I'm just gonna say neutral on that one. Repetitive movements like pacing or flexing my fingers comfort me when I'm stressed. I'm gonna say yes to this one because I do tend to do that sometimes. The one time I did an escape room, I'm pretty sure I cheated because I meticulously dragged an item out of a cage with a stick that was meant for something else. We opened the cage later anyways, but I saw an opportunity and took it. Well, I say escape rooms. I've only been to one escape room in real life, but I've done plenty of them in video games, and I've done some in VR and stuff like that too. So I've done a lot of them. I've just done one in real life, and that was it. So the rest of them have been virtual. Anyway, when my routine is disrupted, it can be distressing. I'm going to say agree to that one as well. I like to collect or track specific types of information. For example, train schedules, historical dates, or different varieties of birds. Shut up. Don't talk about my birds like that. I'm going to agree to this. I mimic other people's behaviors to appear normal. I'm going to disagree to this one. I don't think I tend to do that sometimes, but I don't think I do that to appear normal. I think it's just more of like how when you become closer to somebody, when you like become a friend like that, and this is just a thing. This is just straight up a thing. You slowly adapt each other's mannerisms. So, for example, if your friend says autism a certain way, if they say autism as autism, as like a joke, that's like just a quirk that they have, and you spend a lot of time with them and you're close to them and you're friends with them, eventually you will start saying autism like autism because you're just adapting each other's mannerisms, and that's just how it works. That's just how it happens. So I'm gonna disagree with this one because I don't do it to appear normal. I think it just happens automatically. So disagree. It's easy for me to understand what others are thinking even if they don't say it. How? You some kind of mind reader? I'm gonna disagree to this one. I can talk about my interests for hours and hours. I think I can strongly agree to this one, especially since I have a YouTube channel where that's what I do basically. I often miss when people say one thing but mean something else. I'm gonna agree to this one, I think. Certain sounds that don't seem to bother other people are very upsetting to me. I'm gonna say neutral on this one because I don't know what sounds those are. I don't like loud sounds, for example. I find it challenging to be in a conversation with 2 or more people. I'm going to say I'm neutral on this one because it depends on who those other people are. If I don't know those people, it might be rough, but otherwise, I don't think it's that difficult sometimes. But I'm gonna say neutral on this one. Imagining something that's not real Imagining something that's not real can be difficult for me. Huh? What? I strongly disagree with this. I have a wild imagination. I can imagine anything. Score test. You bastard! You bastard! You son of a bitch! It makes me do the quiz twice on this website. The psychology today is bullshit. I fucking hate this website. I'm gonna burn it to the ground. I don't remember what I said. I'm gonna say agree. I prefer to do things the same way every time. I remember I said neutral on that one because it depends. I found it challenging to understand the unspoken rules of social interaction. I think I disagreed to this one. They probably mean sounds like chewing ASMR things. Probably. People often tell me I'm being rude when I'm trying. Yeah, I agreed to that one. One or two more special. Yeah, I agreed to that one. I think I slightly agreed to this one because I do have that, but not with clothes. Eye contact can be uncomfortable for me. I don't remember which one I said for that one. I think it was neutral. I don't know. Chewing makes me livid for some reason. It just sparks this huge rage in me without any good reason. If somebody is like, I don't like it when people like smack. You know, like when they're chewing with their mouth open. That can be annoying. Anyway, I'm good at small talk or routine chit chat. I think I disagreed on this one. People tell me I'm too literal. I think I said disagree on this one because that's never happened to me before. I'm often unsure when it's my turn to talk. I don't remember what I said to this one. Neutral. Repetitive movements like pacing or flexing. I agreed to this one. I agreed to this one. I like to collect. I agreed to this one because of the birds thing. I mimic other people's behaviors to appear normal. I said disagree. It's easier for me to understand what other people are thinking. I disagree to that one. I could talk about my interests for hours and hours. I agree to that one. I often miss when people say one thing but mean something else. I don't know. Neutral. Certain sounds that don't seem to bother other people are very upsetting to me. I'm gonna say agree slightly. I found it challenging to be in more conversation. I was neutral on that one, and then this one was disagree because imagining something that's not real is actually easy for me. So score test. There we go. Some signs of autism, it says. So I scored a 63 out of 100. That's over half, which. And it's almost at several signs of autism. It's 1 point away from several signs of autism, according to this website. So, guys, I might be autistic. Let's start now with yourself first. We're flying through these. We only got a couple more of these left. Discover yourself. I'm going to say Mel, and we're going to go on here. I often find it challenging to start a conversation with new people. I'm gonna say neutral because it depends on the new person. Is this a friend of a friend? Is this just a stranger at the bus stop or something? You know, that's a neutral one, I think. I sometimes struggle to understand social cues such as body language. I'm gonna say neutral on this one because I don't know. I literally don't know. I prefer spending time alone rather than engaging in social gatherings. I'm gonna be neutral on this one because again, that one also depends on the day and what's going on. It's difficult for me to make small talk with others. Isn't that the same question as the first one? I'm gonna say I agree to this one though because small talk is so difficult sometimes, man. I'm gonna agree. I feel anxious or uncomfortable in group settings. I strongly agree with this one, but that's because I have anxiety. I have difficulty maintaining eye contact during conversations. I'm gonna say neutral on this one, I guess. I'm gonna agree. I think I often don't really look at the person. I usually try to like look at like my phone or look like around the place or something like that. I don't like staring at people even if I'm in conversation with them. I remember my teacher pointing out I'm not looking at her when she talks, and I had to explain that that's just normal for me. R.I.P. bro. R.I.P. I often take things literally and find it hard to understand jokes or sarcasm. I don't remember what I said for this on the other quizzes. I think I was neutral on this one because it depends on the situation, right? I feel more comfortable when people explain things directly without relying on... Yeah, I'm going to agree with this one. I think it's just better in general if everyone is just like open about stuff, right? I find it hard to express my emotions or thoughts verbally. I'm going to say neutral on that one because it depends. I sometimes miss or misunderstand subtle changes in tone or of voice or facial expression. I'm going to say disagree to that one, I think. I tend to talk at length about my interest even if others seem uninterested. I'm going to disagree for this one for one reason, and that's because I usually can tell when somebody is like, dude, shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can yap for a long in length about my interests. Maybe I should say neutral because of that. I can talk in length about my interests easily. And sometimes maybe I can get like too caught up in it and just not look at them and enough long enough to notice that they're like fed up with this conversation. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I can kind of like see that they're not interested at all, and I can usually try to just cut my conversation short and just shut up. So I'm gonna say neutral on that one. I think that's the problem with those quizzes. They only focus on one thing when a lot of symptoms can be something else. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have anxiety. I was on anxiety medicine for a while, and for insurance reasons, I couldn't keep on it. But I have anxiety. I just do. Like, again, if I have like an appointment or something like that, it just consumes me from the anxiety. Like, I'm like anxious about it the whole time, and it's just sucks. Anyway. I often find it challenging to respond to nonverbal cues in conversation. I don't know what they mean. Respond to nonverbal cues in conversation. So I guess if they like suddenly, yeah, this is kind of like what I was saying earlier. Like if somebody is like, if I'm talking to them and I look at them at the right time and I notice that their feet are kind of angled away from me, or like suddenly they're not really looking at me, or they're like, their eyes are half closed, or they're doing some kind of like facial gesture or like body movement that clearly shows they're not interested anymore, I can usually spot that and just try to shut the conversation short. So I think that's kind of what this is saying. I find it challenging to respond to nonverbal cues. So I'm going to disagree to that. I am more comfortable discussing factual topics than talking about abstract concepts or feeling. I'm going to disagree. I think I have to disagree to this because I like talking about almost anything, basically. If there is, like, some kind of abstract concept that you want to talk about, like life or death or something like that, I'm so interested in that kind of stuff. Or abstract paintings and things like that. I love abstract art. My fiance doesn't like it, but I love abstract art. The shapes and colors and the just abstract art in general. I think it could be really cool sometimes, and other times it's very ugly and stupid, but sometimes it's really interesting. Anyway, that was kind of a side tangent. Abstract concepts, I'm totally fine talking about anything, basically. It depends, like, sometimes it can be difficult because I don't know anything about the topic, but I don't think it's an uncomfortable thing. So I'm gonna say disagree on this one. When I am excited about a topic, I find it hard to let others speak or share their thoughts. What do you mean? That's just rude. When I'm excited about a topic, I find it hard to let others speak or share their thoughts. I'm going to say neutral on this one, I guess, because I think what it means is, like, I think what it's trying to say, basically, is you, like, if you're excited about a topic, you just keep talking about it, and you can't give that other person a chance to speak in the middle of the conversation, I guess. And so I think that's what it's talking about. I have no idea. I've been diagnosed with neurosis, which, looking up later, I find out is no longer diagnosed, but I assume it to mean generalized anxiety, and I was put on antidepressants for that. Yeah, I was put on, I want to say, oh, man, I really don't remember what it was, but it was for depression and anxiety, the medicine that I took. A fellow anxious person here with diagnosed anxiety disorder, I get stressed just waking up in the morning and thinking about what I should do that day. Damn, that sucks. I can relate to that a little bit, but I have stuck to this, like, the same routine of, like, get up, eat breakfast, watch a YouTube video while eating my breakfast, and then while I'm doing that, sometimes I'll be like over here and uploading a video or filling out information about a video or something like that, and then you know, that kind of thing. And then when I'm done with that, I'll usually either edit a video, or I'll look at my notebook for videos that I need to record or something like that. So I kind of have like a routine of stuff. So it's really helped with, like, just waking up and being like, holy shit, I don't know what the fuck to do right now. Anyway, River said they didn't do a lot. I haven't returned to a psychiatrist since a point. Yeah, the medicine that they gave me for my anxiety also didn't help a lot. It helped very slightly, but they also didn't really put me on a high dosage. But it did very slightly help. Anyway, back to the quiz. I think I'm about halfway through based off this bar up here. I'm gonna say neutral on this one because I don't tend to. Well, yeah, I'm gonna say neutral on this one. I sometimes have difficulty understanding figurative language such as metaphors or idioms. I'm gonna disagree with this one just because I have heard almost every metaphor and idiom and figurative speech ever. Like I've heard everything, so I'm gonna say disagree on this. I have specific routines that I like to follow. Right? See, this is what I was talking about. This is literally what I just said. I'm gonna say strongly agree. I get frustrated or anxious when my routine is disrupted. I'm gonna say agree to this one as well. I enjoy engaging in repetitive movements such as tapping or hand flapping, especially when I'm nervous or excited. I think I agreed to this one earlier because I do things similar to this, not the hand flapping thing or whatever, but I do other things like that. So I'm going to say agree to this one. I often focus intensely on one or two specific interests and spend a lot of time on them. I'm going to say strongly agree. I got a couple of interests from you know, my books and games and of course Ponytown and things like that, and I just stick to those pretty much exclusively. Every now and then I'll see a new show or something like that and get really into that. Have you guys seen Psyche K, by the way? You guys should watch that. I tend to collect items related to my interests and become deeply knowledgeable about them. I'm going to say agree to this one as well. I would collect much more items. I would collect much more stuff if I had the money for it. One of my dreams basically is to have a room just for like plushies and that kind of stuff. And I would love that so much. That is one of my ultimate goals in life, is to have a big enough house that I can have one room, maybe even two, that is just purely dedicated to plushies. Just them, they're just everywhere. I'll have like a small pit just full of plushies that you could jump in and just lay down in and just be absorbed by the plushies. I think it would just be really nice. I think it would look good too. I think it would be a nice room. So I'm gonna agree to this one. I think I'm gonna agree to this one. I find comfort in doing the same activities repeatedly rather than trying new things. I'm gonna agree. I mean, obviously, I think it's just discomforting to try new things. I'm not opposed to doing new things, especially when I think it could be an interesting experience. Like, I was on a cruise once, and they had like this obstacle course thing up like on the top deck for some fucking reason, and it wasn't a zip line, but you got tied up like as if you were on a zip line, and it was like an obstacle course suspended in the air. And I decided to do it with my dad because I was like, you know what, I'm tired of being afraid of heights. I'm going to try to conquer it right now by doing this obstacle course, because the obstacle course was not that long. It was basically like go across this shakety bridge and then go across these wires or something like that, and then I think that was basically it. It was a really short obstacle course, and I was like, I want to do this because I want to see if I can beat my fear of heights. It did not work. It did not work. I think I got past the first obstacle, which was like the ladder, or not the ladder thing, but the bridge, because it wasn't like super unstable or anything like that. And then the very next obstacle course, I was like, I cannot do this, and I had to back out of it. Methea said, I've been really into MLP for 10 years now, but never really collected merch, and sometimes I kind of feel like I'm not a real fan because I didn't collect stuff. That's like me too. I have very limited merch. Some of it was gifted to me, some of it wasn't. And like I said, if I had the money or the means to get more, I would have a ton more stuff. I would have more MLP stuff like that. I think there was a new Queen Chrysalis figurine that was like announced or something recently. I would love to get that, but again, I don't have the money. Actually, let's see if I can load it up over here on another tab. Queen Chrysalis figure. Yeah, here it is right here. Let me load it up here. This is it right here. I thought this figure would be kind of cool because I love Queen Chrysalis, and I think it would be really nice. I don't know if it comes in. I'm sure it comes in color, and this is like just the base model of it, or maybe you're supposed to color. I have no idea. I don't know anything about these figurines, but I would love, maybe not the Cadence one and stuff like that, but I've always been a huge fan of Queen Chrysalis, and I have a Queen Chrysalis plushie. I would love to get this thing. I think it would be really cool. But I don't have money. There's other figurines too. Like here's one at Walmart. This is really cool too. I'd love to have that. Like there's all kinds of cool MLP merch and stuff like that I would love to have, but I can't afford it. So anyway, Jamie, hello, welcome back. We're almost at the end of these quizzes. We got one more after this one. I find comfort in doing the same activities repeatedly rather than trying new things. I'm going to say agree, but I am not opposed to new stuff at all. I like to arrange items in a particular order or pattern and feel unsettled if they are moved. I don't know, because this is worded weird too, because it's worded like you can't have stuff the way you want them without being ADHD or autistic or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like my stuff the way they are. I don't like it when, you know, when somebody comes in and starts messing with my stuff, moving my things around and stuff like that. That bothers me so much, but it's not because they're in a specific pattern or in a particular order. It's just a way that I think they look good next to each other. I'm going to say agree to this, though, because I don't necessarily feel unsettled, but it genuinely bothers me when people move my stuff around. And immediately when it happens, my brain immediately goes, the moment they're gone, I'm moving it back. Like, that's the first thought in my head, is immediately I'm moving it back when they're gone. Oh man, when I was a kid, I used to go to this place that also did the high up obstacle course. My parents and grandparents always said I zipped through them like it was nothing. But at a certain level, there was a rock climbing section. But instead of climbing, you had to go sideways across it. I could not do that. That does sound terrible. And Brain Shadow, we're not doing just ADHD tests. We're doing autism tests too. We only got 1.5 more left to go through. So stick around to see what we find out about me. Anyway, I'm going to say I agree to this one because I don't like it when people move my stuff. I'm easily overwhelmed by loud noises or bright lights. I'm going to say strongly agree. Again, I do not like having the lights on in the bedrooms or the whatever room I'm in. I just don't like having the light on above me. It bothers me genuinely. And it could be partially because of, what the fuck is it called? Astigmatism. I have astigmatism, and so lights just, I have to show you guys. Astigmatism example. Here we go. Images. Right here. Here we go. There we go. Here is what astigmatism looks like. This is normal vision. You got lights like this, and astigmatism looks like this. It looks like this right here. These fucking lights, they're like exploding. All the lights explode. All the lights are constantly exploding. So that might be part of why I don't like lights overhead. So, damn, some of these pictures are maybe slightly exaggerated, but that's what it looks like. That's generally what lights look like to me. And it's terrible, and I don't like it. And so that might be why I don't like lights overhead and stuff like that. I hate it. Anyway, I'm easily overwhelmed. Yeah, I said strongly agree to that. I tend to notice small sounds or visual details that others may not be aware of. I'm going to agree to this one too, because this does happen quite often to me. Anyway, River continued saying, my mother was like, huh? You went through all those wobbly bridges, you zip lines, you literally went over nothing, and you can rock climb? What is the issue? It probably felt more dangerous to you than the rest of the obstacle course. I would love to do like a rock climbing thing. I'm scared of heights, but I love climbing so much, so it's kind of the two parts of me clash there. But I do love to climb stuff, and I did climb trees a little often when I was a kid. I feel uncomfortable or anxious in crowded places due to sensory overload. I'm going to agree slightly to this. I don't know necessarily about the sensory overload thing, but I'm going to agree slightly to this because I do feel uncomfortable in crowded places due to a plethora of different things. Like, so much is going on, and it just bothers me sometimes. Thoughts on the fluorescent, however it's spelled, light hospitals, schools, malls, and other public places use? They make me feel dizzy and nauseous. Yeah, sometimes they make me feel dizzy in those kinds of places sometimes. Like, especially if I happen to look up slightly and look at it or something. It bothers me. I don't like those overhead lights. They bother me. I am particularly sensitive to certain smells and find it hard to be in environments where they are present. What do you mean? That's everybody. Everybody hates bad smells. Everybody has a smell that when they smell it, they're like, God, I gotta get out of here. Whether it be a fart or some shitty ass cologne or something. Nobody likes bad smells. It says certain smells as if to trick you into thinking that it's only very super niche smells. But really, any environment where there's nasty smells, it's kind of hard to be in those places. I'm gonna say neutral because I feel like going either way is not fair there. I'm not really scared of highs, but it just bothers me when I look at people being stupid around high places. Oh yeah, definitely. I find it soothing to engage in sensory activities such as touching soft fabrics or listening to calming sounds. I guess I'm gonna say neutral on this one because I don't really think there's like a fabric I can touch that makes me feel better, I guess. Calming sounds, maybe not necessarily calming, but I love to listen to music and that's always nice. So I'm gonna say neutral. I have difficulty managing my time and organizing tasks, especially when there are multiple steps involved. I'm just going to say neutral on this one. I find it hard to adapt to sudden changes in plans and unexpected events. I'm going to agree to this one. I hate it when things just suddenly come up out of nowhere. Okay. They're asking me to send it to my email. I will punch in my email and then we'll go to that one and I'll show those results in a moment. But for now, let's go to this last one here, which is the Autism Test Center. Let me punch in the email address for this now so I can get to my results from that. There we go. Viewing tendencies, blah, 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 blah. All right, while that's doing that, let's take the test. Autism spectrist, Lord have mercy. How does this work? 5 to 10 minutes. Extensive research and clinical validation, making it the most accurate online assessment available. This is the most accurate one possible, apparently, supposedly. By the way, I wanted to find some joke ones on like Playbuzz or something, but I could not find any like joke ones at all. So we're not doing any joke ones, I guess. Okay, while the test is highly accurate, used by professionals worldwide, a formal diagnosis is still required. Answer each question honestly. Don't overthink the questions. Your first response is often the most accurate. Consider how you generally behave across different situations and environments. Complete all questions for the most accurate assessment. All right, let's start the screening test. It's another one of these. I guess this is the only way to do it was just either strongly agree or strongly disagree. Terrible. I find group conversations confusing or hard to follow. I agree slightly. I often feel unsure about how to behave in social situations. I'm going to say neutral on this one. I avoid eye contact during conversations. I agree with this one. I don't like looking at people, like I said earlier. I prefer to be alone rather than socialize. I'm neutral on this one because, again, it depends on the time of day and everything else that's going on. Neutral. I struggle to understand what others expect from me socially. I guess I'm going to agree slightly with that one. I often feel like I don't fit in with social groups. I strongly agree with this one. There's so many times where I'm like with other people and things like that. Even with my own family, I'll be in like a party or a get together or something like that, and I'm like, what the fuck am I even here? What the hell did I even come here for? That happens to me all the time, so I'm going to strongly agree with this one. I feel drained after social interactions. I'm going to say neutral because, again, this depends on the social interaction and who that social interaction was with. Jeremy Willis, hello, welcome to the stream. We are about to we're 21% of the way through the final autism test in the stream. I don't always know when it's my turn to speak in a group. I agree, that happens a lot, especially when I start to speak and then someone immediately cuts me off and starts talking instead, and that tends to happen a lot. I prefer communicating through text or writing rather than a face-to-face. I'm going to say neutral on this one. Well, actually, I think I do just agree to this one because most of the time I would rather text somebody or write to somebody rather than have to go up to them, especially if like I when it comes to ordering food, I literally did this yesterday. I was at like a Dairy Queen or something, and I was trying to place my order and I messed up this wording and then I messed up this wording and then I just completely fell apart and I just had to basically start over. It was terrible. It was just awkward. It was weird. If I could have just texted it or wrote it down and then approached them, maybe if I used the app instead or something, it would have been better. I'm going to agree to this one. I find it hard to make small talk. I agree slightly to this one. I take things people say very literally. I'm going to say neutral on this one because that does happen sometimes. I've megalophobia, fear of huge objects like planets, cruise boats. Oh man, that sucks because cruises are so much fun. That also make me feel kind of afraid of heights because, you know, when you are high up, there's just big, wide open space all around. That's true. That's true. I find sarcasm or jokes difficult to understand. I'm gonna say neutral on this one too. I have trouble expressing my thoughts in words. I think I'm gonna agree to this one too, because that happens a lot too, where I can't quite express what I mean. I sometimes repeat certain phrases or sounds. I strongly agree with this one. I do it all the time. I use a lot of gestures or facial expressions when talking. Sometimes I do. I'm gonna say neutral. I sometimes struggle to find the right words when speaking. I'm gonna agree to that one too. I think I literally just did that a second ago when I was like trying to say something and I couldn't remember the word of it. Yeah, the astigmatism thing. I couldn't remember the word. I interrupt people without meaning to. I do that sometimes. I have to be honest with myself. I do that sometimes, but I don't know if I do it often enough for it to be an agreement. I think it's more of a neutral thing. So I'm gonna say neutral. I find it easier to write than speak. I feel like everyone should be able to find it easier to write than speak, right? Because if you think about it, if you're writing something down, you have so much more time to figure out your thoughts and articulate your words and such. But if you're talking, you don't really get that same amount of things. You know what I'm saying? Are we now on the autism test? The past two have been autism tests. What are you talking about? Agree. Oh, that's right. You left earlier. Yeah, we did this one. It says ADHD test, but apparently it was an autism test, and it says that I have strong characteristics of autism. And then this one said I have some signs of autism. This is the last one we're doing. We'll see what it says. People have told me my tone or speech pattern is unusual. I don't think anyone has ever said that to me before in my life, so I'm going to strongly disagree. I feel anxious when I have to talk to someone new. I'm going to say neutral. I think I had this question earlier, and I'm neutral on this because it depends who this new person is. Is this a friend of a friend? Is this a cousin that I've never seen before? Is this someone that I happened to find in line at a McDonald's or something? You know, it really depends. And then it also depends how that conversation begins, because if it's just I'm sitting at line at McDonald's and this person mentions that they like my shirt, and then they like, oh shit, you got a Spider-Man shirt on. I love Spider-Man. Did you see Into the Spider-Verse or something like that? And then they just go on about stuff. Then I don't think it's as difficult to start talking with them, because then I could be like, yeah, it was sick. It was so awesome. I can't wait for the next one. Or, I think it just depends. There's so much that it depends on when it comes to talking to someone new. So neutral. I am sensitive to loud or high-pitched sounds. I strongly agree. This has been a thing that I've been since I was a child. Since I was a child, I've hated loud noises. Terrible. Strongly agree. Certain textures, clothes, food, etc. feel extremely uncomfortable to me. I'm going to agree to this one because there are some things. I notice smells that others don't. I'm going to disagree to that, I think. Bright lights or flickering lights bother me. Strongly agree. Honestly, who out there is saying that flickering lights don't bother them? Let's be real here. There's no way you're okay with flickering lights just up above your head or around you or something. No, that cannot be right. I avoid places that feel too noisy or crowded. I think I agree slightly to this one too. I don't like being in big crowds, especially in like on Discord. If there's like 10 people in a VC, I'm like, I don't know if I want to join that. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy certain sensory inputs, rocking, spinning, etc. I guess I'll say agree on this one. I get overwhelmed by too much sensory input at once. I'm gonna say neutral on this one because I think it's kind of a rarity for me. I need to stem, fidget, rock. Oh, oh, holy shit! I read rock as literally like a rock, like a stone for a second. I was like, what the fuck? What does a rock mean? I'm gonna agree to this one. I fidget with stuff all the time. I agree to this one. I feel anxious in chaotic environments. I do, but that's because I have anxiety. So I'm gonna say neutral on this one because this is an autism test and it's asking this question for an autism diagnosis. So I'm gonna say neutral, even though I do feel anxious in chaotic environments. What it's gonna do is if I say strongly agree to this, it's gonna up the percentage of the autism diagnosis thing at the end, right? The autism score at the end is gonna go up if I say strongly agree, which I do strongly agree with, but it's not because of anything else. It's because I literally have anxiety. So I'm gonna say neutral so that it doesn't affect the score too much. I prefer wearing the same type of clothes every day. I don't quite know what that means. Like, I wear a shirt and pants every day, so I guess I have to agree. I dislike unexpected changes in plans. I strongly agree with that. If we have a plan, unless it makes sense for the plan to need to be changed, I hate it when the plan changes. It's terrible. I hate it. I was playing Resident Evil 7 yesterday. Oh, that sounds fun. I haven't played it, but Resident Evil is supposed to be a good franchise. I have strict routines that I like to follow daily. I don't think they're really strict, but I do agree. I have that. I get anxious when something is out of place. When something is out of place, I think I'm just going to say disagree, because if like something's moved, I don't think it gives me anxiety. It makes me uncomfortable. It like bothers me when somebody moves something, but it's not. I don't think that's an anxiety feeling. I prefer doing things the same way every time. We've gotten this question before, and I said neutral because it depends. It just depends. I plan my day in great detail. I disagree to this. I think I feel stressed when my routine is interrupted. Agree. I eat the same meals frequently. Strongly agree. I have rituals I follow before going to bed or leaving the house. I'm gonna say neutral on this one because I think I do maybe have one, but I don't really have that many rituals. I don't have these kinds of things. Resident Evil is awesome. It's one of my fave game series. Resident Evil 4 is really good. I don't think I've really played any of the other ones besides that one. Resident Evil 4 is good though. I need to mentally prepare for changes in advance. I think I agree to this one too. Man, I thought this quiz would be the shortest one, to be honest with you. I thought we'd be done with this one by now. I organize things in a very specific way. I'm going to stay neutral on that one. I become deeply interested in specific topics or hobbies. I strongly agree with this one because again, we got Ponytown, we got MLP, we got like birds, that kind of stuff. I could talk for hours about a subject I love. Again, strongly agree. Birds, video games, Ponytown, that kind of stuff. I could talk about it forever. I have to focus so intently that I lose track of time. I agree to this one as well. When I was the last time I used Blender, I was just stuck there for hours and I didn't even realize hours had passed. Last time, not the last time I played Repo, but the time before that, it felt like 30 minutes had passed, but it was like 2 or 3 hours. And I was like, what the fuck? I like collecting facts, stats, or trivia about my interests. I'm going to say slightly agree. Others have said I'm obsessed with certain topics. I agree to this as well. Resident Evil 9 is coming out in February. Is it? I don't follow along with that stuff because I don't really care about Resident Evil too much. Again, I've only ever played Resident Evil 4. I prefer doing things related to my interest over social activities. Man, I hate to say it, but I think I might agree to this actually. Like I guess it depends more on the social activity. So I'm gonna say neutral on this because it depends what the thing is, you know? You know what? I'm going to agree, though, because it told me to go with my gut and pick the first one that I thought of. I'm going with agree. I enjoy repetition when it involves my interests. I'm going to be neutral about that one. Ah, yes. Time passes when you have fun. Dying Huntsman. Bro, if I die... Sometimes when I die in Repo, I just pick up my phone and start scrolling on Reddit or something, because I know sometimes it'll be a while before I'm back. I sometimes neglect other tasks because of my interests. I do actually do this, again, especially if I'm just getting stuck on a task that I am obsessed with. I will tend to forget to even just eat or something, you know? Just neglect other tasks. Or like, I'll mentally note it in the morning, oh, I gotta do the dishes. I'll do a couple of things that I need to get done, like YouTube video-wise or something like that, and then I'll get up and do the dishes or something. And then I'll just end up getting consumed by my own interests with YouTube and games and whatever else. And then I'll forget that I didn't do the dishes. And then I'll do the dishes like way later in the day than I had planned. Anyway, agree. I like researching things in extreme depth. I think I'm going to be neutral on this one because this also depends on the things, I think. I revisit the same books, shows, or topics over and over. I disagree with this one. I do like to revisit topics often, but I don't really like to watch the same shows and same books over and over and over again. Like, some of them I can watch multiple times, but I don't like to watch them too many times, you know? Because then it kind of... I feel like it ruins a little bit of what makes that show special. Like, Avatar: The Last Airbender, I've rewatched it probably, I want to say 6 times, 8 times maybe. I could probably sit down and rewatch it again, but I don't like to rewatch them over and over and over again because then it just kind of kills what makes it special a little bit, you know? It takes me half a year to book a doctor's appointment if it's not urgent. I feel like I'm the same way. Anyway, disagree on this. I often forget to do important tasks. I think I literally just said that I forget to do like the dishes and stuff, so I feel like I have to say agree on that. I struggle to stay organized. I'm neutral on that, I think. I procrastinate even when I know something is urgent. I disagree with this one. Again, my anxiety will not let me procrastinate that much. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I might slightly to try to get my mind off of it, but again, if I had that doctor's appointment, maybe not doctor's appointment necessarily, because that usually doesn't give me as much anxiety for some reason, but for other stuff, like if I know I have to do this thing at a certain time, I'll just be stuck on that all day. Like when they came out to hook up the internet, I literally could not do anything that day at all. They told me that they would be here between, like, I forgot what it was. It was like between 9 and 12 that day or something like that. And I was like, okay, when I get up in the morning, because I get up at like 7 or something. When I get up in the morning, I can eat, watch YouTube. I can do a little bit of what I normally do, and then from there, it is game time. I gotta stay focused. I gotta be on top of this because I cannot miss this. Because for one, if I miss it, I'm not getting internet that day, and for two, what else am I gonna do? It consumes my whole time. And then they ended up calling at like 11 and saying they wouldn't come till like 1 or something. And I was like, well, fuck. I wasted all that time. Anyway, strongly disagree. I lose track of time easily. I think I literally said that a minute ago, so I agree. I have trouble starting tasks even ones I want to do. I'm going to say neutral in this one. I need external reminders, alarms, notes to manage my daily life. I'm going to say yes on this one because I actually, fun fact, I have an alarm on my phone for Sunday, 9 o'clock a.m. every single week. It goes off to remind me to do the laundry. Ever since I set that alarm, I've started to remember to do it. But before I use that alarm, I could not remember to do the laundry on Sunday, basically ever. And so there were so many times where it'd be like 5 o'clock and, you know, we're eating dinner or 6 o'clock or something like that, and we're getting ready for bed or something else. And then it's like, oh shit, we didn't do the laundry. And then I got to do laundry, and then I'm up longer than I want to be. And I literally said earlier in the stream that I have like sticky notes that I write appointments and stuff on, as well as calendars and stuff. I think I have to strongly agree to this even, because well, I don't need them necessarily. I think they just help more than anything, but I'm going to agree to this. I get overwhelmed by too many choices. I think this happens sometimes. I'm going to say neutral. I have ADHD, admire derpy hooves dance. Derpy hooves dance. I jump between tasks without finishing them. I agree. I do that all the time. I got a huge backlog of projects and stuff. I find it hard to focus when there's background noise. Neutral. I struggle with prioritizing what to do first. I agree with this one. I have to sit for a while to really get that that thing. Okay, looks like this is going over everything else, but this is the other one that we just did that I needed to give my email for, and it says that I need to spend $195 to get the test results plus premium autism report. What the fuck does that mean? And then it says your autism profile results. Unlock my results. I don't know how. Let me check my email real quick on my phone to see if I got something, because I don't know what's happening with that. Probably in my spam because I don't got any emails here. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Oh, it says you've been approved for your autism profile. Claim your discounted report right now. I think we wasted time on that one, guys, because it wants me to spend money to unlock this. That's terrible. You didn't tell me up front that I would have to. That's terrible. I'm not doing that. I can't believe it. I can't believe they did that to me, chat. I can't believe it. Anyway, what does this say? ADHD test results. What? What the fuck? Oh, no, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. You bastard! Why do you want my email too? All right, let's see what it says. All right, continue to results. You bastard! They want me to spend 50 cents too! Why do you want me to spend money? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? An assessment fee of 50 cents is required for full access to your personalized results. Our professional grade tool is trusted by thousands. Should I do it, chat? Should I spend the 50 cents? I think I'm gonna spend the 50 cents on these results. I think 50 cents is okay. Let's do 50 cents for that. You'll receive autism likelihood score, cognitive and sensory profiles, strength and support areas. I don't care about any of that, bro. Can I, it's asking me to pay. Bro, I don't want to, oh, I can't use PayPal. I don't think I'm going to do it because I can't use PayPal. Brother in Christ. You know what? I don't think we're gonna get that one. 50 cents like the rapper? No. No, I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to spend. I don't know if I want to do it. I probably would have done it if it let me do PayPal, but it only wants my card information. It doesn't want anything else. It wants just that. That is crazy. All right, close that out. It apparently that last website also had a $30 subscription fee as well, so that was going to be a whole thing. All right, so. We didn't get our results. Let me know in the comments if I have autism based off of the last 2 quizzes we did. Here is the results of the other ones that actually let us keep the fucking results. Psychology Today has 2 things to say. It says that I have some signs of ADHD, 49 out of 100, so almost right in the middle. Tempa autism. What is it? Oh, Timu autism. And Psychology Today said that I have some signs of autism. 1 point away from several signs of autism is something else I want to point out. What to know. Here's all the other information. What to do. Next steps. I don't really care about any of this stuff. And this website, Clinical Partners, says that I have low, like right in the middle of like medium probability of ADHD. And then this website said that I have strong characteristics of autism. So if these quizzes are to be trusted, autism, if these quizzes are to be trusted, then basically what they're telling me is that I'm like right on the low end of ADHD, or like right in the middle or low end of ADHD, but I am over the halfway mark of autism spectrum, apparently. According to these quizzes, that is what these tell me. Is this quiz accurate? Oh my god. I don't know what this was about though, because it says autism here, and this website was the weirdest one, because it was like, it asks if it says ADHD test, and then it's like gives me autism results for some reason instead of ADHD results. It almost feels like they try to trick me into figuring out I was autistic, basically, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. And then it goes on to say this ADHD stuff, like ADHD information. So it's almost like I don't understand what's going on. As an autistic person, I feel like you have autistic traits. For example, you took the questions really literally. For ADHD, not so much. I don't know what to make of that information. But that is the quiz. That do there be the quizzes. Let's go to Safe Server 2 or something like that. Hang out with some people or something for a minute. We got a random island here. Come through here. We can get some random people and invite them to the party. Do some building. I don't know. If you guys want to join in Ponytown, come on down. I'm at the docks on Safe Server 2. I would say no ADHD. It's caused by other things like the anxiety, but slightly on the autism spectrum. We'll see the thing, and I don't remember what it was. It was either ADD or ADHD. I don't remember which one it was, like I said. But when I was a kid, when I was like 8 or whatever, I was on medicine for ADHD or ADD or something like that. I don't remember which one it was. I have literally no memory of which one it was. And I was on it for a long time, I think. I remember being on it for a few years. Check your friends list. Name should be censored. Does it need to be censored? Check your friends list. My name should be censored. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, well I'm not gonna check the friends list at all then. I won't even see you. Let me check it, I guess. What's going on with this? Oh, it is. You mean like it is censored by the game. I thought you meant that I need to censor it. You could join PT from a mobile browser. I joined it. Yeah, you can join PT from a mobile browser. Literally just go to Safari or Google Chrome or whatever that you have on your browser, on your phone's browser, and just punch in pony.town and it loads. You'd have to sign in if you've never signed in with your mobile device before, but that's just it. I don't know if we're gonna really do a whole lot right now on Ponytown and things like that. Here from the stream. But can I join and watch the stream at the same time? Oh, I don't know. There's River, for real, for real. Alright, I'll add you to the party, I guess. I figured we could get some people on. Maybe we could do a couple, like, builds or something like that on the island. And see where this goes. You know what, actually? It could be good to get some background gameplay for you guys' builds and stuff. Let's see. Let's go size. Size preset. Ponytown size. If you have split screen, then yeah. I play PT mostly on the app. I stream on PC though. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I can't play on mobile. It's so difficult. It's so different and just so I struggle way too much with that. It's just too difficult. It's too difficult. We need more milestones, by the way. If you guys have any milestone ideas, let me know. Maybe I should have a milestone, like when we reach 500, then Skella gets found or something. she won't return until we reach 500 towards our goal. Yeah, most Android phones have a split screen thing. I don't really prefer doing that. But a lot of times too, when you switch apps or something like that, it'll put the stream that you're watching in the corner or something like that. It's a pop-out mode or something like that, and it just goes in the corner. And you watch from there. Well, gamers, if nobody else is coming on for the builds, I'm going to go on and let you guys go to town. All right. Hi, YouTube. Oh, my goodness. All right, I think I'm going to go then. Let's go to the island. Who are all these people? We got some regiment thing going on over here. Oh, my God. I thought it was the freaking... I thought it was the freaking... something else. Excuse me. All right. To the island. All right, let's do it. I'm going to unlock map editing. You guys can go ham. Do whatever you want to this build. Go ham. Slash announce. Slash annoyed. I forgot that was a thing. Slash notify. Party notify. Go ham. And build whatever you want. Go ham and build whatever you want. It's time. It's time to build, guys. Don't worry about the builds that are already there. Just build. Just go crazy. Just go full crazy mode, chat. Full crazy mode. OMG, it's Happy Boy Sunshine. Oh shit. They're not building, chat. Goodness gracious. I can't believe it. What is going on with this? What's happening? I think Amithi is the only one here that's gonna even consider building. Anyone else wants to come? Nobody else is here. It's a sad day. It's a sad day to be a sugar cloud. I don't know what to build. Just use what is already here for use what is already here for an idea, I guess. Off of it. Build off of it. Build onto it. Continue the build. I don't know. Continue the build or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you want from me? Ugh. I'm dying inside. You fix this. This isn't a kitchen. This is a shop. No, my shop. Oh God. This was my shop. It is. See, we got shelves here with stuff on them. Look, they got apples for sale and potions for sale and such. And then they got apples and such for sale and apples and such for sale. It's an Apple store where you can't buy phones. It's a shop. And then you got an abandoned building right here. And an alleyway with some homeless guy with the fire barrel going on or something. I don't know. I got a rose. Eat the rose. Carpet. Where's the entrance of the bar? What do you mean? What do you mean? It's right here. That's how you get in. What are you talking about? It's right here. It's clearly a door. It's clear that you guys... Oh my god, I gotta get out of here. You guys are destroying my builds. Out of here. I'm gonna go see what I can find in the safe server too. Let's see what we can find, guys. Here is another regiment. I guess all the regiments really are just on the safe servers now. RIP. I remember when they used to be on the 18+ server. Now I never see them on the 18+ server. Is there anybody else out here? There's some people over by spawn. We got cool kid. Look at him, he's so cool. He thinks he's so cool. That's crazy. Demon. Diamond girl. Demon. Maybe they didn't know how to spell demon, or maybe they thought you couldn't say demon on the same server or something. I don't know. Some weird characters. We got like a monster. Oh shit, watch out for the monster. Monster's gonna get you. Oh shit. Help, the way it started and you spawn at the same time. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on with that. But apparently something's crazy happening apparently. Some wild shit, man. Some wild shit. It's a duck. It's a duck. Pet the duck. Pet the duck. Pet the duck. Pet the duck. Yeah, it looks like it might have a diaper on or something. It looks like it might be a baby duck. It's a little baby duck. Bakery workers. Not really much is going on here, guys. It's pretty much just an empty server, basically. Which is crazy to think about. I really thought by now there would be... There's an 18+... You didn't know there's an 18+ server? Nothing but hatred. Nothing but hatred. We got some lemons. A lemon OC, apparently. Some kind of Russian cat, I think is what that is. Because it's Russian text and they're a cat. So that's a Russian cat. I do feel like, what oh, somebody's got crystal, somebody's eating the crystals. They got them on plates. It's like a ghost town, guys. It's like a ghost town. Where is everybody else at? Maybe we can get some pearls or something. Oh shit, here comes a regiment. Oh shit, bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave. Watch out for them. Bob and weave. Ain't stopping me. Well, yeah, it's not even on their list if they're minor. Oh, yeah, I guess so. That's true. If you put in your information correctly, then it won't even show until you're 18. That's true. That makes sense. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I guess I just assumed they were 18 for some reason. Cause I feel like I've seen you on the 18+ server before though. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else that also has like a Rainbow Dash profile picture. I'm gonna get some pearls, guys. I'm gonna collect them all. Nobody's gonna stop me. I'm stealing this person's gift. That's my gift now. It was a pearl. I just stole that person's pearl. You watched the crime live just then. Stolen right from them. They never even saw it coming. Come on, pearls. Give me the pearls. There's one right there. No, damn it. I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't fast enough to get the pearl. I just got 3 people following me. Who is that? I don't know who that is. They're in the party though. I don't think they were. I don't remember inviting them. I guess they were already in the party. Shit, you can't fly over those benches for some reason. Everybody's looking for pearls right now. I don't think we're gonna be able to get any, guys. I don't think we're gonna get a single one. It looks like a lot of people are looking for them right now. I'm gonna stick to the top beach because I feel like that's just a better strategy than combing that beach. Because by the time you get to where it spawned on the other beach, somebody else would have picked it up, especially with other people looking for them right now. So I think the strategy right now is to just stay at this top beach for as long as possible. See, there's somebody already about to get one. I got it. See, they covered it up with their body, and they didn't know when it opened, so I was able to steal it. You can't cover them. Covering them makes it harder to get them. You gotta be faster than that. You gotta be fast as Sugar Cloud, who apparently is fast. Come on there, come on. Pearls, pearls. 3 more years then. R.I.P. man, R.I.P. Any more pearls? Get the pearls. Take the pearls. You can take the pearls, but you can't take the hunter, the pearl hunter. Danny, this is a moment in history. Is it really? What makes it a moment in history? Oh, for you. What makes it a moment in history? History is happening all the time. It's a moment in history for us all. It's back and forth, and then when one spawns, you pounce on it. That's the strategy. That's the strategy. That's the best way to get pearls, probably. Technically speaking, the best way to get pearls would be to have, I want to say, have multiple people come on that are all specifically working to get you pearls. And what you do is you have them just all over the bottom beach, that beach at the bottom. And then when one spawns, have them sit on top of it. And then they tell you in party chat or something to come to them. And then you go to them. And then while they're still covering it up, you just click on them or shift and click on them or press E or something to pick it up. And then that way you can guarantee that you get it. The problem is if it spawns, let's say where the stick is and this person's next to me, I won't be able to get to this stick and cover it up without the other person knowing that it's there. Because then they could just do the same thing and just come up there and press E and pick it up like I did earlier. So you would have to have so many people that no one else will be able to notice when the thing has been picked up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they should already have a pearl in their mouth too, so that it looks like when they cover it up, they actually picked it up. That could work too, maybe. There's people screaming, someone took the gift to the south of the beach. R.I.P. man, R.I.P. I guess I didn't see it happen. I stole their gift. I'm the Grinch. Oh my god, I stole their gift, just like the Grinch. I should make a Grinch character, actually. That sounds like it'd be fun. I might do that for Christmas, or like come Christmas time, December time or something. I'll make a Grinch character. I could do like I can even make a video of it of like stealing stuff from people as the Grinch. That could be a fun little short maybe. I don't know how long I mean, I guess it depends because I don't know how it would work because it really depends on how like people react, right? Especially if I just pick it up right in front of them and just stand there. Like the audacity to just stand there would be something, wouldn't it? The Grinch who stole the beach. The Grinch who stole the beach. Guys, pearls aren't spawning at this beach anymore, man. Oh, man. I don't think I'm even getting another pearl like this. I'm not getting any, guys. I'm not getting any. Alright, since none of them are spawning, let's go to the island then and check on Amethea and how they're doing with the renovations for the thing. Okay, I could see some changes. Alright, can you still fit through here? I bet you can't fit through here anymore. Okay, no, you still can. I should have believed in you, I'm sorry. More pearls. Any more? You go to the island, and then you go back to the beach, and then pearl spawns right here on the left side in this corner. Right here in the corner. It's going to be right here now. It's going to spawn right here. When I was on Ponytown before, Celestia and Luna were chasing me. Why the heck were they chasing you? Why is anybody chasing you? That feels so random to just be randomly chased in Ponytown. Zoom out a little bit more. Then I could just stand here. Nobody knows. Nobody knows I'm hunting pearls because I'm just standing here. That's how you do it. and then you get rid of your pearl. Does anybody else what does everybody think of the nom thing where you can nom without an item now? What does everybody think of that? I'm curious because I feel like there's not that many people that actually even care that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, who actually cares about being able to nom without something in your mouth? It's a nice thing, I guess, but I feel like people, I don't think people are gonna really be using it that much. I feel like it's just too niche. Go. You gotta spam E and click at the same time. Boom, I got it. I got it. Just then, gamers. I'm the fastest in the West. I think it looks kind of odd, but I don't know. Yeah, I thought it looked kind of odd too. And that's why I'm thinking, like, it's gotta be, like, so niche. I guess maybe the idea is that you could, like, pretend you're chewing gum, or you can eat an item and then immediately switch to the nom expression without the food in your mouth because you just ate it, to show that you're still chewing on what you just ate, I guess. Numbing on your tongue. I feel like it's just too niche. Like, I don't know the use case for it. And it looks really weird because on the event servers and stuff like that, you can nom almost everything. You can pick up just like wild things, and sometimes the item is like floating way above your head, so it looks like you're nomming without something in your mouth. And it just reminds me of that, and it makes me think that something's broken. But I know it's not. It's just weird. I don't know. Something about it is off to me. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. I think it looks a little bit odd. It's off. Not awful, just off. OFF, not AWF. Off or off? AWF. Awful. I don't know. There's names with Sheriff Celestia and Luna was about my pony character clothes. I'm even more confused now. I'm even more confused why they're chasing you. All right, we gotta do the strat again. We gotta go to the island, check on what's going on, and then leave. And there will be one at the beach waiting for us. That's how you do it. What the hell? Oh, there's building over here now. Okay, interesting. You got some stuff going on here. All right. Now we go back and we fly over here, and there will be a pearl that spawns on this beach. That's the strategy. It works every time. It's gonna spawn right here next to this stick, right here. Boom, right there. That's where it's gonna be. That's where it's gonna be. I'm just gonna go until I'm correct about where it spawns. It's gonna spawn right here. Right here. Right here. Come on now. I'm just waiting. I have been perceived. Tomorrow we're gonna do the video for tomorrow is about My Little Pony. We're actually gonna be talking about the show for once. I am really curious if you guys have any ideas or suggestions for like My Little Pony videos, because I don't think I have many ideas for stuff for the show itself. I usually just get ideas for Ponytown itself, you know? And I'm curious what you guys think. I still need to do, there's still a handful more that I need to do, and I haven't recorded them yet. I'm gonna have like a couple of things to record tomorrow, I think, but what I have right now is I still need to do my favorite Ponytown items, because I haven't done a video on my favorite Ponytown items at all yet. I've only done the items that I hate the most. So we're gonna do that, and I want to do one that's like, damn, I was close to where it spawned. I was close, but I wasn't quite there. Come on, give me. It's mine. 69 pearls now. That means the next one, hang on, the first one was over here that I picked up, right? The second one was also over here, I think. And then the next one was over here. That means the next one is logically going to be somewhere over here where I originally guessed. Which is right here. That's where the next one's going to be. You have to suffer with a lack of ideas. I don't know if I have necessarily a lack of ideas. But I'd love to get some feedback on some ideas and suggestions and stuff like that. I'd love to bounce some ideas off of you guys and stuff, because it's ultimately, the content is ultimately for you guys, right? Like, you guys are the ones that consume the content. So I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys want to see on the channel? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? I might do another Bad Games episode next weekend as well. Like, I might record one or something next weekend. Get some people for that. And see how that goes. I don't remember how good the last one did. How good did the last one do? It didn't do very good. The last one didn't do very good. Maybe I shouldn't do one. But the Bad Games is fun, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's a little difficult to edit sometimes, but it might be fun to do. I haven't done it in a minute. I could maybe also finally do a video on I Need a Plan. I haven't done that yet either, technically. Like, I've tried, but even it just didn't work. The audio, something was wrong with the audio. I'm pretty sure the mic just didn't get registered as being active for some reason. So I didn't have any of my own audio. I just had everyone else's audio. So that was one problem. The other thing too was it was like 2 hours long, I think. I don't remember how long it was. So if I did it, I'd need to do less people. Or maybe I could just do a tutorial on how to play it or something. Either way, that works. That could be something. And then of course there's I feel like I need to do an updated video on Ponytown collectibles and where to find them, because that video, damn, it's down here. My theory was correct though. It spawned close to where the other one was, where the last one was. So we need to see then. The next one surely should spawn over here somewhere then, right? Because it's slowly making its way down the beach. I'm sticking to it, guys. I'm tripling down. It's gonna be here next. Ponytown should have a secret area. There's what the thing about secret areas in video games is they're never secret areas, because the players will find it probably within 24 hours of the area being added, and then it's no longer secret. Every player in the game knows about it now. You know what I'm saying? It is basically impossible to include a secret area in a game without there being some kind of passcode involved. And even then, if you include a passcode, the players will just share the passcode to each other. So there's not really a way for a secret area to be part of the main game. You could do that on the party island a little bit, and I kind of did want to do that, actually. I have that written down as an idea of like secret areas or like secret passageways you can make on your builds and such. Like, and maybe I should do that. Maybe I should do that for next week or something. That could be a fun video, talking about how to make secret passageways and stuff, secret rooms, etc. But yeah, doing it in a video game is impossible. Repo is a good example of that too. They call it the secret shop above the base shop and everything like that. It's not really secret. Everybody knows about it. If you play Repo, if you've ever watched somebody play Repo, you know about the secret shop. It's not really a secret. There are definitely secrets in Ponytown though, because there is lore and stuff like that, and I've talked about it before. And actually, the last video was hidden lore in Ponytown from the items. Like, even the items themselves have lore in them, and like this shipwreck thing here, and then you got like the ruins in that other place, and then of course the way the library is set up, some of the desks have certain items with it, and it kind of connects to the campsite, which may or may not be true, but the campsite seems to have its own lore and everything like that. There's so much lore in the game if you know where to look. The problem is it's all implied lore, and you don't know what's connected and what's not connected, or if certain things are intended to be or certain things are intended to be lore. Like, for example, is this orange and white blanket up here meant to be lore? Is there lore implications to this? Is there some story behind this small detail up here? Maybe there is. Maybe it's about two lovers who went away to the beach. The beach was crowded, and so they went off to find a secret cove in the beach, and that's where they went, and they stayed there, and they had their nice little beach trip. Something like that, right? There could be lore like that, right? It's decorated with like bones and stuff like that during Halloween, so it's like, is that lore too? What's going on? There's so much you could do. You could take pretty much any scene in the game and make your own lore with it. But some things are very obviously meant to imply lore, like the shipwreck stuff down here, like the wood down here. That is very clearly meant to imply lore of some kind. Whether it be a shipwreck, which it most likely is, to somebody's old house used to be here or something like that, right? So there's lore for sure. And secrets to find. Do I have brighter darkness on? I do. I have brighter darkness, but it looks dark. Why does it look so dark? I guess because it's like sunset and the torches aren't on yet. That's terrible. Get these torches on, guys. Get these torches on. Yeah, get them on. Light them all up. Put it back out. It's going to be right here, guys. Any second now. The pearl is going to spawn right here. Any second. It's been long enough. It's spawned. It's going to spawn. Any second. I can feel it in my bones. I have new alerts apparently on my phone. I'm getting all kinds of notifications. Come on, chat. Pearl me up. This person's getting clovers. Don't let them know about the pearls. It would be nice if oh, that could be a thing too. If you did include a secret area in Ponytown, it could be that you have to have a certain amount of pearls or clovers to access the area. That could be cool too, because then it could almost be like a little club, like a clover club. That could be kind of a fun thing. I don't know if Ponytown would ever do anything like that. I highly doubt they would ever do anything like that. But I think it would be kind of interesting. It would be interesting, I think. You have to have a certain amount of something. It could be like the toys. You have to have all the toys unlocked to get access to this area, or something. I don't know. They could, I might be wrong, but they could have a Patreon exclusive area, technically, if they were to, if they wanted to do it. I think they could. I mean, I guess they kind of already do, because they have the Patreon server, right? So they could just go to a copy of this map that's exclusive for them, you know? So yeah, if you had a certain amount of pearls or clovers, you could get access to a certain area or something. That could be something. I don't think it would happen. I just noticed something too about this beach, but it's got like almost all everything has either a copy of itself next to it or two other objects next to it. So you got 2 starfish, 3 shells, 2.5 rocks plus a starfish, and then over here you got 3 shells. I guess this is technically kind of by itself, and I think this one is too. But then you got 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and then 4 again. So it's like all of the stuff on the beach is always next to something else, unless there is an object behind this person. I don't think there is, though. I don't think there's a shell right there. Guys, for goodness sake, put a pearl right there. Do it right now, Ponytown. Do it right now. Do it right now. I'm gonna do /spawn pearl. Boom. Ignore the fact that it was an invalid command. It just spawned a pearl. Which is kind of maybe I should continue the strat. I should just go to the pearls they taunt thee. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna do the strat like I did before, and I'm gonna go to the island. There was an item next to him. There was a starfish next to him. He was covering it up. All right, what do we got? Goodness gracious, we got all kinds of things going on. They're building their own shop here. Oh, it's like a library. They're checking out a book, I think. Oh, we got some plants and stuff up here. I think it's done. Amazing. Great job. Good job. Good job. Alrighty. Let's come on down. There should be a pearl here now. Oh no! I was too late! And it was spawned right there too, didn't it? It spawned right there, didn't it? It spawned right by that stick, didn't it? Did it spawn next to the stick? Bro. I knew it! I knew it! Now, the next one, since I collected this one here, is either going to spawn over here somewhere, or it's going to be all the way over here again. My guess is over here. My guess is it's gonna be like right here because no shit, I was wrong. I can spam it faster than you. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't get it. Dies inside. Maybe it's working its way back this way now. That would make sense, because then it would spawn over here somewhere, either over here or over here. Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh no! Which way? I'm gonna stand perfectly in the middle. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm next to it or not, because it's ultimately gonna come down to me spamming. Trying to spam faster than the other person. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna swarm it again, right? So what do we got? What do we got? Another one? Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Another pearl. Damn, you almost have more than me. Oh my goodness. Guys, pearl hunting, I don't think it's for me. I can't sit here all day like this. I don't like doing this. Just standing there, waiting for something to spawn, and trying to be the first one to grab it. They need to do something with the pearls, bro. They need to do something with the pearls. I think they just kind of honestly made a mistake having the pearls even be part of the game, honestly. I think it's a nice addition to the game because it adds like a little bit of flavor to it. But it doesn't do anything for gameplay at all. It's kind of the same thing with the clovers. The clovers are kind of the same way. They don't do anything for the game. They just give players something to do while they're waiting for their friend or something else. If they're waiting for something, they can come on, collect a couple of pearls or collect a couple of clovers or something like that. And just do that. Maybe that's what I should talk about in a video. I should talk about, like, the problem with collectibles. But I think everybody knows the problem with collectibles is that they don't do anything. That they're useless. That they're pointless. That there's no reason to have them. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys want to see me rant about how useless collectibles are for 10 to 11 minutes? Oh, damn, that was a bat. I saw the bat move and I thought one spawned up there. My eyeballs. I gotta go over here and then go back up. Do a little circle. Throw my pearl in the trash can here. Boom. And now one will spawn right here. It's gonna be right here. That's my guess. Right there. That spot right here. Right there. That specific spot. Okay, sure. That's what I'm saying. It's good. It's good to get your guys' ideas and feedback to the ideas, you know, rather than do them and then you guys be like, "What the fuck is this, Danny? Why did you do this? Why did you post this video? Why did you waste our time?" That way, I know for sure it's something you guys want to see. You gotta sit down. Lay down, sit up, sit down, lay down, sit up. We're doing pony sit-ups, pony push-ups. Gotta rub the ground, dig in the ground, dig into the ground, dig into the ground. Throw it from the ocean into the beach. Splash it. Oh shit, I'm about to sneeze. Ugh, fuck. Fuck. Shit. Damn. That hurt. That was one of those painful sneezes. Goodness gracious. This fez is on ice, bro. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. It's a frozen fez. Get back to the cooler. You can't let them thaw out. Don't let them thaw. I guess throwing water on them wouldn't help with the freezing thing. With pearl summoning. Summon the pearl. I command thee to appear. Ponytown, put one right here. Put one right there. Put one right there. Ponytown, put one right there. Come on now. It ain't gonna happen, chat. It ain't gonna happen. I see YouTube live. Amazing. Incredible. They know that I'm live. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Come on. You know you want to spawn here. Come on. You know you want to. Just appear right here. Just right here. Come on now. One little pearl. One little pearl right there. Is sugar cloud really made of sugar? Can I consume? No, don't do it. I'll sneeze on you, just like I did in real life. Oh shit! Oh shit, it spawned up here! That makes sense, because the last one was around that area. It's like they tend to stick to the same two areas, and then they move to another area 2 times, and then they move to another area 2 times, and then they move to another area 2 times. Because it was 2 over here, on this right side, and then it was 2 around this area somewhere, and then there was 1 like right here, and right here, so there's 2 there, and then it spawned here again, and then spawned here again. Is it working its way back? Is the next one actually going to be over here? Is it doing that? Did I crack the code? Is it 2, and then 2, and then 2, and then 2? Is that the code? God, I gotta know now! What am I doing? Let's check on the island again. Music can be used to speed up pearl production and clams, so if you want to get pearls, you should play Banana Man. That is certainly not true. They're doing some kind of banana ritual over here now? What the hell? Alrighty. The pearls just don't want to be pearling. You gotta... Oh shit, no there is. There's one right here. It was right there. I didn't even know one could spawn right there. So that kind of, I feel like that breaks the theory a little bit. But it also doesn't at the same time, because it did go from the right side, working its way towards the left side, and then it started working its way to the right side again. So the next one should be either from this point to the right. Like nowhere from here to the left should one spawn. One from here onwards to the right, there should be a pearl that spawns. So it could be over here, it could be over here, or even all the way in this corner here. But it can't be anywhere from that left, from there to left. But where? But to where? But to why? This is exhausting, just waiting for pearls to spawn. I don't know how people do this all the time. Like they do this like all day. There's people that'll do this. They just go on, collect pearls, collect clovers, all day long. I mean, that's how these people got like 10,000 clovers and thousands of pearls and so on. They just do this all day. Just like when like the candy event or like whatever appears, the leaderboard is always like 100,000 by the end of the first day, or like 50,000 by the end of the first day, and then by the second day it's like 100,000. Then it will jump to like 200,000 or something. I don't know how people do that. I don't know why people do that. Why do people do that? What is the meaning of this? I think I have like, I don't even know how many clovers I have. I think I have, oh yeah, I was gonna say I thought I had about 700, but I have 632 apparently. Guys, I'm not seeing pearls spawning. Even if it spawns like how I think it's going to, that still doesn't prove the theory. I'd have to be here all day basically, or check this multiple times to see if the theory is true, where it spawns across, like going across and then spawns going back. And I don't even know what I could do with this information if that is correct. I suppose Because even if this is correct, you would still have to be here long enough to know if it's going towards the left or going towards the right. Eggs are even worse. Eggs are even worse than like the candy and stuff like that with the leaderboards. I don't collect eggs at all. I've pretty much just completely stopped doing it because there's no reason to. They don't give you toys for it or anything special for it at all. Even if you were here all day, it wouldn't be proof. That's not how proof works. The proof works through repeatability, just like how science is. Science, like if it's a repeatable result, consistent, very, 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 very consistent, I think it would be proof enough that that's how it works. You can only prove it's not a rule if you see it disrupted. That's what I'm saying. That's like saying, yeah, if it's repeatable all day long, surely it's true. Because there wouldn't be any reason to suggest that it's untrue if it's true all day long. And then I do it again the next day and it's true all day long that day. And then the third day it's true all day long that day. Surely it has to be true. If it's just constantly proven that that's how it's doing it, then surely that has to be considered proof. Obviously, it could possibly be disrupted later and then disproven later, but I think that, like, would have to be proof, right? Because it's repeatable. It does it every time. I don't even know. That can't possibly be true, though, because coding it that way would make no sense. In math, it's not, though. Well, you say that, but, like, 2 plus 2 is 2 plus 2 equals 4 every single time. Or 1 plus 1 equals 2 every single time. All day today, all day tomorrow, all day the third day. What you're implying is that cannot possibly be true because it hasn't been disproven yet. Collecting eggs, candy, and gifts is addicting. I have 13,000 candy, 6k eggs, and 2k gifts. Ah, it spawned over here. I was wrong. I was wrong. I got it. I stole it from him. Let's go. So that proves that that's not true because the last one spawned like right here and it spawned towards the left of it. So it doesn't go from the right to the left and then from the left to the right. So that just proves it. That theory is not true. We busted myths that I'm making up. Okay, I'm done collecting pearls. We've disproven that idea. God. What do we got going on here? Banana ritual. I think they're trying to summon Skella back into the world. Yeah. Roaming around. I'm gonna be very nitpicky here, and I'm gonna do this. There you go. I swapped them. I did that because if you do it this way, it's harder to tell that you had to use 2. But if you, because it's like one like this, and then you can tell where it starts with a half one. Whereas if you did 2 and then covered it like that, I think it looks better. I don't know. That's just me. I'm nitpicky like that. There's so many lights in here. Oh, they're on these. I guess that's implied and they're hanging on those. You really do put a lot of items in a small space. This doesn't look too bad, though. I actually almost did this, where I put this on here. When I first made this, I actually thought about putting this on here. But I decided not to, because the leg actually comes off of the table. What's the invite code? Freezer Fez wants to be added. It's this right here. This is right here. Close. Then they have this, which I don't like this item that much, especially since you can't rotate it. It can only be used in super niche builds, you know. Yeah, you can't rotate it. I'm not a big fan of those. River's just got a bunch of, like, just a mess outside for some reason. Oh man, I was getting it. Well, I don't know what's going on in here. Thanks, I was trying out using... Oh, yeah, you just move them outside instead of delete them. Nobody else has done anything else. It's just them building like crazy. Building like a crazy man. I think I'm going to end the stream here, though. If anybody wants to come onto the island and build, this will be available for, you know, a little while. You guys can go crazy, do whatever the heck you want to. I'm going to go get some lunch because I haven't eaten lunch yet. Do some other stuff. And it'll be a thing, you know. We'll be doing... Well, I'll come back to this and we'll see what's different, what's the same, etc., etc. I'll be right here in this tiny little corner, waiting right here. It's so weird seeing you type in the chat before you decide to type in the chat. Oh. Yeah, all right. I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know where we're going to stream next time. It might end up being like a night in the woods again or something. I might try to find something we could do in Ponytown. I don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did and you're not subscribed. If you want to support the channel, you can do that obviously by just watching the videos. I got links in the description for some books and games and stuff like that that you guys can get, which also help me out, obviously. And yeah, check it out. Goodbye. Goodbye.